You know, you get gifts. A lot of people send emails or texts when they say thank you. My mom always told me, write a handwritten note.
Dude, there's nothing like getting that handwritten letter in the mail. My mom sent me some, my grandma, my papa back in Decatur, my nana. I've gotten letters from my great-grandmother back when I was a child. It is a lost art. There's something about getting that tangible letter, you know what I mean? It's just it's beautiful handwritten notes. I totally get it. Well, there's a new calligraphy class that's being offered here in downtown Bakersfield starting this Thursday, offered for teens 7th through 12th grade. And I'm here with Cynthia Hallstrom, who's the instructor. Cynthia, talk about just trying to bring back a lost art. We're talking about how no one writes hand letters anymore. It's all emails. So this is something that can really, not only is nostalgic, but just very artistic and just very elegant. It's really cool, very artistic.
Well, especially after you tell me that handwriting is on, cursive is on its way out.
She's like, it's on the way out? I had no idea.
I had no idea, but I mean, then we really have a lost art here. And it's something that's so simple. It takes very simple materials. It doesn't take much space.
Yeah, you just wrote your nickname, Sinbad, and it just took you about 60 seconds to do that. It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
For a beginner like me, and you already gave me, this looks like it was printed, but you just did this in a couple minutes a while ago. What are some techniques for a beginner like me to start out with? You said just start making just shapes with like a calligraphy marker?
Well, the first thing is to understand that all calligraphy is done with a flat surface.
Okay.
And so this is a large pen, and they do come this size.
So yeah, you can't do calligraphy with just a uniball or like
right.
a regular pen from Staples.
And so there are many different sizes of these pen nibs, and these are the kind that you dip into the ink. Some are even round, and you can actually even do calligraphy with round, but typically you have to already know your letter style. Now that you can see here, the problem with dipping a pen,
you run out really fast.
You run out of ink.
Oh,
keep
geez.
running out of ink. So
how did they do the Declaration of Independence, people?
Oh, it was a lot
Must
of
have taken a decade.
So these modern times, we have all kinds of fun colors. They come in all different sizes. Some you can even get this big.
But you say this, you gave me a calligraphic? Calligraphic. I can't even pronounce it. Calligraphic permanent pen, and this is a good way to start off?
It is.
A good way to start out here? Okay.
So the thing with calligraphy, flat brush or pen, and everything has to always stay at a 45-degree angle. That's what makes this thick and thin thing happen. So let's say Josh.
That already looks better than my personal signature.
And there's basic strokes. As you can see, there's lots of these curves.
Wow. So elegant. This is very therapeutic, just watching you do this.
Just watching.
Just watching you. It is just so beautiful.
Okay, I'm mixing some styles there.
Oh, wow. That's the fanciest I've ever seen my name. I want to get that printed and like put on a T-shirt. Forget old school name tags.
So like here, 45-degree angle. See if you can just catch that.
Just make it, what you want me to do, Josh, or like a box? Something simple?
I want you to do these, I want you to do these strokes right here.
Okay, just those strokes, okay. So, about like this, right? Yeah?
Okay, you're getting it.
Not
See,
bad?
you're starting to feel that you've got to keep it solid.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm not pushing down all the way. It's
tougher than it looks, folks.
And you don't swing your wrist.
Oh.
It's all about you keep it's always, notice it is always 45 degrees angle. So when it's like here, it's making thin. When it's sweeping around, it's becoming thick.
All right, well, I'm going to keep practicing. If you guys are interested, you can check it out. We have Cynthia's contact information, and I'm not sure if we have a graphic of that. Is that graphic up right now, I hope? Awesome. Thank you very much. You can contact Cynthia. She's the instructor, and it's $80 for 4 weeks. That includes snacks and supplies. It's, again, $80 for 4 weeks, 7th through 12th graders, 4 to 6 p.m. every Thursday, starting this Thursday night. And really quick, before we go, we only have a few more seconds, but this is a really cool deal for the Bakersfield Art Center because you do have a professional calligraphic artist that's from here.
Background, yes.
Right?
Oh, yes. We have Don Ambrose, who made his whole living with calligraphic signs.
All right, cool. Well, we'll be back in just a few minutes later on this hour. I'm going to keep practicing. Stick around to see what we create. Should be interesting.
All right, Josh, thanks so much.
All
Looks
right.
like some fun out there. Aaron.
Calligraphy class for kids.
I know, it's so hard to say, right?
Calligraphy. I've never had a problem until that very
calligraphy.
moment.
Linda, well, I'm sure your
calligraphy.
calligraphy would be a lot better than mine.
Nope, not true. My handwriting and printing is just terrible.
Mine's pretty bad too. And let me tell you what, Cynthia Halsham's here with me. She's the instructor here at Bakersfield Art Center for a calligraphy class that starts for 7th through 12th graders, for teenagers here in Bakersfield this Thursday night. I'm getting a little sneak peek. She's been showing me the ins and outs. I've been practicing, but this is what she just did in about 5 minutes. Just giving a little glimpse of copying her Christmas sign she made. She does signs all over town, and this literally took her just about 5 minutes to do. Cynthia, how do you do it? It's a talent. You're gifted.
It's easy when you know how. A few simple rules. Practice, practice, practice. And, for example, right here, if you make a boo-boo, it's not a big deal because this fine paper that you use, you can just put it over and redo it.
Well, hold on one second. We have a phone going off while that gets shut off over there. Okay, there we go. Good job, LJ. Thank you. So, tracing, that actually helps people get started pretty easily because when I was doing it freehand, it was, it's a lot tougher to visualize how it should look. And keeping your hand at that 45-degree angle is tough. You always want to move your wrist, and it's not. You can't just go wacky with it. You gotta.
So when you're tracing it, forces you to see where the thick and thins are, and to remind you where to keep that, to always keep that at a 45-degree angle. And again, if you make errors, it's not a big deal. It's easy to make a new one. You just get a little more practice there. And so if you want just to practice, or if you make a mistake, there are lots of things that will be available.
She makes it look so easy, folks.
To trace.
And even tracing, okay, you're thinking, oh, tracing's easy. Not with calligraphy. This is a pen you got to keep at a 45-degree angle because it's angled a certain way, and if you don't, it just doesn't look right. Let's talk about you as an artist, though. I really want to touch on that really quick because you do signs all over town. You're an artist. You've been doing this for years. How has calligraphy helped your sign making and vice versa?
I would just say that calligraphy was my introduction into signs.
Okay.
It was, I mean, it's just so exciting to look at, and it is usually what most sign painters started with is Old English. And it's a way to make a letter with just one stroke of a pen.
So if kids learn calligraphy, they could be able to start a career making signs and posters and commercial type stuff.
It gets you started. Yeah. That's only one small sample of lettering, and there's a whole world of lettering that can be done a variety of ways.
We're already out of time, but Cynthia, thank you so much for having us this morning. Check her out. We had a graphic up a few seconds ago. Give her a call. Class will start this Thursday, and come on out. 7th grade through 12th grade. The fees include your snacks and supplies. You have nothing to lose.
That's it.
And from now on, when I'm sitting in a meeting, I might be practicing my calligraphy.
We'll be watching you.
Always have it available.
We'll be watching you, Josh. Pay attention to the meeting. My mom's regular handwriting looks like calligraphy. Sadly, my brother and I
Does it
write,
really?
Yeah, we write like my dad. All looks the same.
Bless him.
Like
Jeez, it's a lost art. We got to start bringing it back, folks. Don't just type everything anymore. Come on.
Exactly. All right. Well, you can write me a little note, Josh. We'll check back with you in a bit.
All right.